Hello, good evening, this is Diecast and I hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd do a really quick unboxing video. I actually had mail come on a Sunday, so I've got this to open. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at, and I know what it is, but I won't say what it is until I've unboxed it, so just bear with me whilst I get my little cutty thing out, and I'll try and cut this without actually cutting into the model if I can. So it is actually from Royal Mail. Our postal service has been really behind, so they do actually deliver parcels on a Sunday now, which is pretty handy. So I got home earlier on and I checked the status of it and it said it had been delivered, which I thought was cool. And I looked outside and there it was. So as you can probably see through the bubble wrap whilst I put my knife away, you can see it is the new Honda Civic from Kaido house. If I can get into it. So when I seen this come out, you could pre-order it months ago. I forget exactly when it was now. I'd be a liar if I said I can remember exactly when it was. Sometime beginning of the year, I think. I thought this car is really cool. This is one I do want to get. They're knocking out some really cool pieces at the minute. Kaido house, they're really knocking it out of the park. So there it is. It is just says Civic. It's Honda Civic EF. Is it EF? In what looks to be a blue. So again, let's see if we can get this plastic off. So you can always pause through all of this bit. Sometimes it takes a second or two. But I've actually managed to get it this time. So let's move that to one side. So yeah, this came pretty quick. I think I paid 22 for the car and a couple of quid postage. And we can take a closer look at the box now. So let's angle the camera a bit better. So there's the box, the usual type box. Most of these cars, or as far as I'm aware of, nearly all these cars, excuse me, come in this type of box. And these boxes are very much like they're supposed to be like that. They're very similar to the Tamiya motor control car boxes. I think that's actually what he's based them on in the first place. But there we go, is the V1. And if I remember rightly, there's tabs to cut there as well. So we'll cut these tabs here. So that's the tabs cut. And let's take a look at the car. So there it is. Not a chase this time, but still not really bothered. I think this one is based, off the top of my head, I think this one's based on the, excuse me, the 80, is it 85? Or is it the 89 Honda Civic? So I'm just looking over the top of the camera to... Now, out of the cars so far, this is probably one of the smallest they've done so far. I don't know what it... Obviously, these cars, as everybody keeps saying, they are not to scale. They are made a little bit larger. And it's funny because the Honda Civic they've recently done, not Honda Civic, sorry, the Honda NSX they've recently done, if you took away the wide body kit, it's actually to scale. So it just depends. But this is, like I said, a lot smaller. But it is. And it's quite light compared to the others. But it is an awesome looking piece. Let's get some extra zoom on so we can see some of the finer details. So you have got what looks to be like a carbon dash. You can see Honda on there. Got a hair. Let's blow that hair off. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. There's a load of noise in the background. But yeah, very, very nicely done. Great choice. So you can see all the advertisement there on the side. You can see the red strip. You can see it's got so bucket seats, you've got roll cage, again you've got the spoiler, very nice lensed piece, you've got some what obviously is, I presume, some sort of Japanese writing on the plate there. Kaido House. And something is reflected. There's something on the top of that window there. And if we take a look underneath, the usual oil, sort of that oil reflected base, oil reflective, whatever they do to that burnt treatment. I'm not quite sure how they make it reflective, but it's like an oil looking colour. And you can also see what looks to be bottom of the exhaust or something. I'm not quite sure. But what a piece. Awesome, awesome piece. I actually remember these being on the road. And you still occasionally see these cars in this country. And like I said, even though this is done up, obviously the racing seats, take away the racing seats and the roll cage and the wide arches and whatnot, and it's actually not too dissimilar to what it would have been standard. You can see it still has seats in the back. But the reason I really wanted this one when it came out, and it was a no-brainer, because I usually and ah over some of the Kaido House cars, if I'm completely honest. You can't collect everything, but as soon as I've seen this, I had to have it. I'm a hatchback enthusiast. I've had lots of hatchbacks. Probably had more hatchbacks in my car career than I have anything else. I've had lots and lots of Volkswagens, and you name it, I've pretty much owned and drove it or driven it. I used to have, many years ago, back just before I passed my test, I had a Mark II Honda Civic in this very similar colour to this, funny enough. Like I said, this is a Generation 4, I believe, so it didn't look like this. The Mark II is, so obviously the Mark 1's quite small and quite rounded, and the Mark II was a little bit fatter than the Mark 1, more wide on the edge, you know, like just a fatter version, but it was more stretched out, and that's what I had. So even though this isn't the one I had, it just reminded me of the car I had. So anyway, let's take a look under the bonnet. If I can lift it with one finger, just bear with me. So the bonnet doesn't open massively far. Let's try it that way. See if I can see why the bonnet doesn't open very far. I don't want to force it. There's no reason, but if we can get the light right, it does have, again, you have some warning labels. You can see the headers there, or the exhaust. It has got the engine on the top of it does say VTEC on it, I believe. I just can't seem to angle it right. Let me just have a little look off camera a second, see if I can figure out why the bonnet doesn't open very far. No, it doesn't appear to open very far, but it is a very nicely detailed engine. You just can't see it very well. I'm just trying to see if I can get the light to catch it, so we can get some extra zoom on. Bear with me. If I can get it right. There we go. I'm just going to muck around. It's going to muck around. Yeah, it's not enjoying it. It's because of the light. Let's try again. Is it going to work? No. Right, let's try again. No, but you get the idea. It is very nicely done. It does say VTEC, but I don't know why the bonnet doesn't want to open very far. I don't want to force it, but it is a very nice model. Very happy to have it, and usual, they roll really well. This is no exception. The mirrors are still that rubber, but they seem to have, I think they've had I don't know if they've been having some issues with the mirrors, but they seem to have made them a little bit tougher. You can see the door pull there on the inside. But yeah, very cool. I might just give that bonnet one more little go. Let me just bear with me again. I managed to get it in the end. It was just a little bit stiff. I didn't want to force it. But again, still struggling. Like, there you go. You can see it a lot better now. So you can see the VTEC Honda logo. you can see what looks like to be, it looks like it's an induction kit, which is very cool. You can see the headers going down. Yeah, this is a really nice piece. Really nice piece. But anyway, really happy to have it. Like I said, they are knocking the cars out of the park at the moment. This is probably my favourite piece they've made to date. This is more up my alley. I'm more into, like I said, I keep saying this, I'm not the biggest JDM fan in the world, but the truth be is, if you, like I said before, it doesn't matter. If you like it, you buy it. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm hoping, looking forward to when the BMW M3 comes out. I don't think it's quite out yet, or at least I haven't seen it anywhere for sale. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more premium unboxing videos, vintage diecast Monday episodes, restorations, and all that good stuff to come. And with that, I'll see you all tomorrow, or see you tomorrow for tomorrow's vintage diecast episode. With that, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.